Track 22, Unit 4, Listening, Exercise 3.
Good morning. Can you tell me about the ticket options, please?
Certainly. We've got various options, depending on whether you want to just visit parts of the exhibition or all of it. It's organised into various different sections, and because it's so large, you may not be interested in everything or have time for everything. You can buy tickets just for the sections you want to visit, and that makes it a lot cheaper.
Well, I've really come here to see things to do with electronics.
Right. Then I think you'll find the first part of the exhibition as you go in is quite relevant. It's all about electronics and how we can use them to protect the world around us. You know, the environment, and what we can do to avoid damaging it further.
Protecting the environment. That sounds interesting. Anything I should specially look out for there?
There are lots of new devices. One which fascinated me when I went round was a new instrument for measuring how the temperature of the ocean changes at different levels. And this can be done from a ship on the surface right down to the bottom.
Great. I'll look out for that.
OK. And I see you've got your son with you, which is nice because the subject of the next section is all about different things for keeping an eye on your children and looking after their safety. It contains a range of things, from electronic instruments used in medicine to children's electronic games, and even a number of new devices to prevent children from having an accident when they're at home.
That sounds useful.
Yes. There's even an invention for older children. You'll see a demonstration of it while you're there, which helps parents to make sure their kids are going to school. Really useful in families where both parents work. It sort of electronically tells parents about their kids' attendance and sends them a signal via the internet.
Very convenient, but my son is a bit young to worry about that yet. Are there any other sections which feature electronics?
Sure. There's another section. It's the third you come to, I think, which should interest everyone. It contains lots of new electronic instruments or devices for looking after and working with money. You know, like that thing you must have heard of, which counts what you're putting into your supermarket trolley and adds up the bill as you go around.
Right, money. That sounds interesting too. Well, thanks for the information. I'd like tickets for myself and my son for those 3 sections then, please.
Track 23, Unit 4, Listening, Exercise 5.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Before you go through, I wonder if you could help us by answering a few questions for a survey. It won't take long.
No problem. We're not in any hurry.
Fine, thanks. Now, let's look at the questions.
Okay.
Here they are. First one. Why are you visiting the exhibition?
Well, I want to keep up with the latest developments in electronics, you know. I was recommended by a friend to come here and see what new devices and inventions are coming out and learn a bit. I mean, I don't generally go shopping for new electronics. I'm not the sort of person who goes out and buys all the latest gadgets. The prices are too high when they're new. But it interests me, and I thought also there would be things which would interest my son, and he'd enjoy it as well. So that's why we're here.
Okay. And here's a question to find out what sort of consumer you are. Have you bought any electronics recently?
Recently? Sure. I was thinking of buying a new calculator for the office, but I decided it wasn't really necessary because I can do all the calculations just as easily on a computer. Anyway, I got a new laptop recently because, you know, they have so many applications and they don't take up much space either. Better to have lots of things on the same device, I think. The other thing I bought was a present for my husband's birthday. I thought it would be nice to have a record of our holidays, so I bought him a camera, and I'm hoping to get him more interested in photography. I'm not very keen on the sort of pictures you can take with a mobile phone, you see. I think it's better to go for higher quality.
Right. And here's a question about this building. I know you haven't had a chance to look around a lot yet, but at first sight, what do you think of it?
Oh, it looks pretty good to me. It's got lots of natural light, so you don't have to put up with lots of electric lighting, which can be quite tiring on the eyes. It feels very large and spacious, which is great, because although it's full of activity and quite noisy, it doesn't feel too crowded. Also, when you look up at the ceiling near the entrance with the design of stars and planets on it, that's something I really like. I'm not so keen on those revolving doors, though. I always feel I'm going to get stuck in one.
And did you have any difficulties getting to the exhibition?
Well, coming at this time of day, the roads weren't too busy, so that was all right. And there were plenty of signposts, so the car park was easy to find. The only problem was it was full when I arrived. I guess I should have come earlier, so I had to find another one, quite a long walk away, which was a pity. Then we had to stand outside for quite a long time queuing to get in. This exhibition is pretty popular. That was a bit of a problem, because my son gets impatient. But fortunately, it wasn't raining. Otherwise, we might have gone home.
Track 24, Unit 4, Speaking, Exercise 2.
Well, I'm going to talk about my digital camera. Actually, I've got it here because it's very small and fits in my bag. But it takes great pictures. Everything is automatic, so I just point it and press the button. I've had this camera for 2 years. My parents gave it to me for my birthday when I was 18. I didn't ask for a camera, so it was a complete surprise. But it's been really useful. Since I got the camera, I've carried it with me everywhere I've gone on a holiday. For example, in July, I went on holiday to Denmark and Sweden. They're lovely places, and in summer, it's still light at midnight, so I got some great photos there. Also, I've taken lots of photos of special occasions. For instance, when my grandmother was 70, I took photos of her party. I use it to remember things, so I put all the photos on my computer. Then I upload them onto Facebook, so my friends can see them. I've used the camera so often because it's easy to use, and I carry it everywhere. I just enjoy taking photos of places which are beautiful, and people I'm with everywhere they're happy. I've taken more than 1,000 photos since July. In all, it's been a really great present, and I've really enjoyed using it.
Track 25, Unit 4, Pronunciation, Exercise 1.
I've had this camera for 2 years. My parents gave it to me for my birthday when I was 18. I didn't ask for a camera, so it was a complete surprise, but it's been really useful.
Track 26, Unit 4, Pronunciation, Exercise 2.
Since I got the camera, I've carried it with me everywhere I've gone on holiday. For example, in July, I went on holiday to Denmark and Sweden. They're lovely places, and in summer, it's still light at midnight, so I got some great photos there.
Track 22.